this is the world's smallest, most compact, most robust transformer. A transformer transforms electricity. And as you see, it's tubular, and it's made to transform energy 3 kilometers down in the well, which is 3-inch wide. So that is why it got the shape it has, and that is also the kind of demands that we had to comply to make it work. And because of the oil and gas demands and specifications, we suddenly sat there with the world's smallest transformer. And this is an extremely huge shift. It comes together with another material that you actually use every day, which is silicon carbide. Where do you use it? It is in your braking system. It's the hardest material that you can use in the braking system, but it's also a material that you can make transistors of. So when we use silicon carbide in this unit to control electricity, we actually take control of electricity as you do in a computer with information. And the transistors are the hearts and brains of any electricity system, anywhere, in a building or in a society. And this is what you can buy today. This is a transformer that you can buy today. It's 11 kilowatts. And if you go to a shop and buy it, you have to have a truck driving it to your house, because this is 100 kilograms of copper and iron. This is our version of that, and that is 10 kilograms. In addition to be 10% of size and weight, we just use 1% of the copper. We have intelligence in it. As I said, we control it as bits and bytes. We control electricity as bits and bytes, not like organic, like here, which we call the analog version, but this is the digital version of electricity. We have no power loss when it doesn't do something. You will have that on the old transformer. And we have cut the operational loss with 50%. And since we are treating this as information, we introduce a new standard of safety when it comes to electricity. Because this old, which is 100 years old technology from Edison and Tesla, it uses maybe 1 second or half a second to shut down if there is a breach. This uses 1 microsecond. So that means that even if you have lots of power, lots of voltage, you will not get more damage than touching a cow fence or something. When it's more safe, then you can, as I said, raise the voltage, and you can transport more electricity through thinner wires. So when in this old regime you have to use fat copper wires, we can use such a thin copper wire to transport the same electricity power. That gives huge implications for how you can build things in the future. While the electronic transformers, they rely on transistors, and the transistors that we use, the silicon carbide transistors, they cost, a couple of years ago, they cost $1,000 each. Today, they cost $40 each, and it's going down. That said, the small company of Zaptec, in the small city of Stavanger, in the small country of Norway, is world leader on this now. This has huge implications. How about reducing the weight of the electric system in a ship or airplane or a rocket with 30 to 50%? That's very interesting. And introducing a new standard of safety. That is literally no chance that you can get hurt if there is a breach in the electric system. So we are discussing with Boeing, discussing with SpaceX. We actually yesterday I met some from the shipping GMC, Of course, we have a huge network in the oil and gas business for offshore installation. So we're just starting our dialogue there. It is still some time when we can make a whole system of this, but this is not science fiction. Our first product is a portable insulation transformer, which you can use for all kinds of electric equipment and make it totally safe. Even if you're doing your welding or other electrical work in a conductive area. So this is, we have it as a prototype at Yara today. You see this is a Norwegian worker. You see it on his Mona Lisa face. Because he should be really, really happy. Because his alternative for using this 3.5 kilograms of a transformer is 40 or 50 kilograms. That's what our competitors are making. The other, which you may have read about, is the same transformer which we use to charge the electric car of Renault Group. The Renault Group has spent billions of dollars to euros to construct a fantastic car with a very good charging system, but which didn't kind of manage when it came out in the real world. So it needs to be separated from the grid so that the car is safe, the grid is safe, and the house is safe. And we were the only company in the world that could solve this for them. And it's quite romantic, quite maybe ironic that it is oil and gas technology that saves an electric car. Transformers can be used everywhere there is electricity, we find ourselves in a kind of the huge world movement of democratization of energy and information. Another interesting part, this is the kind of smart city and smart society vision. But another, which is maybe even more compelling, is all of those who are going to build electric infrastructure today can jump over the big central power stations and the huge grids that they need to build for that. And then, with small transformers and a very thin cable, you can manually install the electric infrastructure which you need for a village or a city or in rural areas. We show this to, we're working with the UN response group, which needs to roll out infrastructure very fast. So they were very interested in this, of course. This is the start of Zaptec. This is where we are heading, but we do crazy things too, which we have done so many times during the history. And this is a kind of quote that I found on the internet. It was an oil and gas director in the mid-1960s, before Phillips started drilling. He said that I will personally drink all the oil that comes from the North Sea. There have been skeptics all the time. We are talking to business people, and I'm going to show you a picture of who they are later, that say they will mine on asteroids. They will mine metals and water and asteroids. And that is a bit crazy if you don't are aligned to that thought. Much the same thing as if we were gathered here in the 1960s and Arve or Phillips or somebody stood here and said that we will have a huge oil business in the North Sea. Whatever you're going to do in space, the most expensive part of that is to get away from the planet. When you're first in space, you can do lots of stuff very cheap. And in 2010, actually we had a space pavilion here we were standing on the moon, looking up at Earth. And there are many similarities with the technologies between the North Sea and subsea and downhole as with space. It's remote operations, extreme environments. It's a lot of material science, communication challenges, big projects, as you showed with the condeeps. We are actually familiar with big projects. That's actually a competence. And we have very sophisticated solutions because we don't want them to fail. That's all traits that also NASA and the space industry are thinking a lot of. So Zaptec, we have been working with ESA and NASA from day one. Of course, they are interested in our electricity solutions, but they are also interested in how we can use high voltage to crush stones. That's a kind of plasma drilling, which is a very new area, but where we are going to do a lot of R&D the next years. One of the projects that we have is to make a drill that can drill 10 meters down on Mars to search for life and water with this plasma drill. We have 100 watts available of energy to use. 10 meters, that doesn't sound like much, but remember that the solar system record of Mars is 5 centimeters. So 10 meters in NASA exploration is wow. And they say now that when we meet the NASA people that we work with, they say it will be Norwegian technology that first kills alien life.